Wow. If you have a bucket list or a to-do list, do it. If you and your family have been putting off a vacation or time together, do it. Because the day I thought I was having a heart attack turned into something completely different. Completely different. Spend time with your family. Make that life. People talk about life and work balance all the time, but what does that really mean? Spell it out for you and your family and have a plan and do it. And then if things pop up unexpected or unplanned, spur of the moment stuff, and it's just lighten the load, just do it. This has also renewed my faith in God. And yeah, it's every day I'm blessed. Every day I'm blessed. What I thought was a common cold quickly progressed into symptoms that I perceived as a possible heart attack. So I called my nurse, facilitator, and told her about the different symptoms I was having at the time, and highly recommended that I got myself to an emergency room, which I did. Got to the emergency room, presented with symptoms of what I thought maybe a female would have for a heart attack, because it's very untypical of that of like a man. So I drove myself to the emergency room and did more testing, x-rays, labs, CT scan, and they quickly identified that it was not my heart. It was not a heart attack. It was something going on with my blood. My blood count, my white blood count was very low. Red blood cell count was a different number, that outside of the ordinary. So they quickly decided to transport me to Stormont Vale in Topeka. Get there, do a slew again of different testing. They admitted me right away. And by early hours Sunday, the preliminary diagnosis of leukemia. Knowing that we had to do more tests, but had that preliminary diagnosis, they immediately started me on chemotherapy, oral chemotherapy. Trying to wrap my brain around what I thought was a heart attack ends up being leukemia. More testing ensued, conversations with my family and friends that I didn't think I would ever have to have, seeing most of my family is long distance. Within another short period of time, they got a more accurate diagnosis. They said that I was presented with acute myeloid leukemia, AML, a blood cancer. We talked about the diagnosis, the prognosis, quickly changed up the medication, the treatment for the chemotherapy, quickly changed. Moving forward and all that entails, I spent approximately 35 days in the first hospitalization. My doctors were very candid, very forward, which is what I wanted, to talk about prognosis, and knowing that the only way that I was going to survive this was if I was to receive a bone marrow transplant. I don't know anything about this donor except for the fact that he was a 21-year-old international male donor. And there are certain markers that they look for. And me and this young man matched 10 for 10. So we moved forward with the progression of the match, extraction of the donation, which to me was just incredible, that a 21-year-old young man across the ocean made the decision not once but twice to become a donor. He made the decision to get registered to do the swab, And then when the call came, he made the choice to, yes, go through with the actual donation, which to me is just incredible. It's incredible. Sometimes you go through life and think that, when you have a handful of friends you can count on, handful of family members that you can really trust and believe that they're going to be there. But when something like this happens, you really see the folks around you that maybe you took advantage of, the fact that they were always there in the background. Friends and coworkers here locally been so supportive during my entire time. I was out of the hospital out of work from August of 2023 until March of 2024. And just the love and support and friendship that came from people that I least expected it is just brought a new attention what it is to be a friend. Same with my family. This was an upheaval in my family's life, my children's life, my adult children's life. I am a mom. I am a grandmother. I'm a sister. I'm a best friend. And not a day goes by that I forget